Or afternoon, everybody, depending on where you are. Thanks so much for joining us today for a webinar I know I've been anticipating, and I know that you'll find it really interesting and useful. My name is Sandy Elson, and on behalf of the travel professional community and travelprofessionalnews.com, I want to welcome all of you and thank you for taking time out of your busy day to join us today. I am really excited about this webinar because we're being hosted by VAX VacationAccess. Our speaker is Beth Kitzman, Business Development Manager for Triceps Solutions Agency Channel for VAX VacationAccess and Accelerator. Beth focuses on nurturing business relationships and finding exciting, unique ways for VAX and Accelerator to support travel agencies. With over 20 years of experience in the travel industry, beginning with Walt Disney World, then working for airlines, and now focusing on travel technology, Beth loves using her education degree to find ways to educate and empower travel agents to grow their leisure travel business. Beth's topic today is introducing the new VAX VacationAccess, the leisure travel marketplace. Before we get started, please remember that you are all muted, but we welcome your questions. You can type in your questions at any time in the question area you see on the right-hand panel of your screen. At the end of Beth's presentation, we'll get to as many questions as we can. So let's get started with all this wonderful information about the new VAX. Welcome, Beth.
Thank you. Thank you so much to all of you for joining me today. Let me be the first to welcome you to the new VAX VacationAccess, the travel marketplace and your daily destination. Just a little background. Nearly 20 years ago, our leaders, Bill LaMacchia Sr. and John Ishii, envisioned technology that would modernize the travel industry for agents. And that was the genesis of VAX VacationAccess. We launched VAX exclusively for you, our valued travel agents, as a web-based travel agent booking technology. After launching and seeing the positive impact, we quickly learned VAX could be so much more, resulting in adding training content to help you keep up to date on the leisure travel industry and more tools to help you engage your customers. Over the last 17 years, we've continued to listen to your recommendations, your feedback, your needs, and we've made many enhancements to support you and your ability to increase efficiency, grow your business, and market impact. We still have the industry's best booking engine, and that is in large part due to your loyalty, your feedback, and your visions of what you need to best work your business. Less than 4 months ago, we redesigned our booking engine with a fresh new look and amazing functionality enhancements, which I continue to receive rave reviews about. Now, with renewed energy, we are recreating the vision of how agents use VAX each and every day. We're excited to share the long-anticipated redesign, positioning VAX as the travel agent marketplace. We've taken the industry's leading leisure travel marketplace to a whole new level. In today's business environment, we are only as good as the information we have available at our fingertips. You've been asking for more industry content with easy access. To learn more about best practices for agents, industry trends, destination updates, and technology news. Heck, I know you've even wanted more articles about me, BDM Beth, and my travels and adventures. Okay, just kidding. But you can find them. But with our new redesign, we are adding just that, the content you need to thrive as a travel agent. We are excited to introduce you to The Compass, our new resource for travel industry content created exclusively for you, our travel agents. The Compass is your new true north, offering daily content, editorials, and information to help you grow your business. We are creating a home base for leisure travel agents. We couldn't be more proud to give you access to a powerful booking engine, industry-leading suppliers, and exclusive industry content where you can earn, learn, and grow all in one place. So let's check it out and jump in. Here we have the new Vax homepage. And with a a wider display, we are allowed more space to add content throughout the site. And on the right-hand column, you'll see the compass with articles that are available throughout the site, including This Week on Vax and any upcoming webinars. All of this information continues and follows you throughout the site. On the home page, which is what we're looking at now, you'll see advisories if there are any, and I'm so sorry for you East Coasters. You shouldn't be getting hit again, but there's an advisory here, and also our polls are available now on the home page so that you can have your voice be heard. And you're going to hear me talking about this, but we talk about how you would get your feedback, and this is one of the valuable ways that we can do that. Added by popular demand on our home page is the very exciting VAX site search functionality. This will search site content, including supplier showcases, promotions, destination pages, and articles. You know, articles. Let's see, what article might you be interested in? You can find articles that I've written. I never thought I'd be actually an author for anything, so you should check it out now and then, but there's also a lot of other valuable stuff here. In addition, as we look at our homepage and the navigation bar and how it has changed, the drop-down menus have been improved to reduce the space and create easier navigation. So now you can get through here without having drop-downs interfere. And some of our drop-downs have been categorized. If we look at the supplier drop-down, for example, the suppliers are now categorized by the type of product that they sell. The suppliers with an enhanced presence are the ones that you see directly accessible from the drop-down. And by enhanced presence, I mean each of these supplier showcases have focused information that is based on their brand that will give you much more information about them and resources for them. So they are very easily accessible. But if you're looking for a supplier that is within a category that isn't here, you can just go ahead and click on the category you're looking for. Let's say we're looking for the supplier showcase for the ever popular all-inclusive Hard Rock hotels. So I just click on hotels, and then I come here and click on the supplier link, and it will bring up that supplier showcase that you're used to seeing. In addition, destinations has also been categorized now into regions around the world. And if you are looking for a particular destination page that would be within a particular region, you would just click on that region if it's not showing here. Let's say, for example, that you have a client just interested in Turks and Caicos. I'll just go to the Caribbean, I'll click that and find information. Oh, look at that, it's the destination of the week in addition. And you can also, though, see everything is listed in wonderful order so that you can just go ahead and click on the particular destination page you're looking for. Now, within our destination pages, with the new update, you'll see that you also now have the full res tool within each destination page. This is exciting because if you are comparing destinations, once you get to one that you're looking for, you can go ahead and start booking from anywhere to anywhere. You might be familiar with our Smart Res tool that is on our promotion pages or our supplier showcases that are only filled with relevant information or allow you to book relevant information based on that promotion. Well, if you're trying to determine between Jamaica or Turks and Caicos or Aruba or something like that, and you're checking out each of the different destination pages, when you get to the final one that you're investigating and determine that, well, maybe we really do want to go to Jamaica, you can use this full res tool without having to go back to either New Reservation or Jamaica to be able to make that happen. So that's why it's the full res tool, and we're very excited about that. Now, another thing that I mentioned is that the compass follows us throughout the site. as we are on now a Caribbean destination page, if there were articles that were focused on Caribbean, they would follow us here and be available as great content that would be able to be referenced and used based on how you're navigating through the site. So it really is very intuitive, and it's really taking care of you and offering you the information that you're needing as you're moving through our site. Now, if we look at the education dropdown, you will see that Supplier training and education and VAX training and education have been separated from each other to make it easier for you to see what you're looking for. If we click on VAX training and education, this is where you will find specific instructions for VAX's features and functionality. And everything that you see here is going to help you maneuver or learn more about how to use VAX and how to accomplish tasks within VAX. Now, there is more than what's just here, and if you're looking for more in-depth, you can use the site search to find that content as well, which is a great tool. It will search all the content on VAX. And if we look at our supplier training and education page, this isn't going to be much different than what it's been in the past. You have the ability to look at the live webinars and the on-demand webinars that would be posted after we've presented a live webinar. They're posted and they're up there for up to a year. And then, of course, our immersion programs for those suppliers that want to provide you just in-depth information about them so that you can be the expert that you want to be about each of those suppliers. And I would remind you that these filters are a great way to be able to maneuver through the different trainings. If you're looking for that new site, that new property that everybody's talking about, Unico, here you go. There's a training right here, and all I had to type in was UNI. And with our on-demand webinars, because there are many of them, I invite you to use these features or to scroll to the bottom here and then just use your arrow to get through. As you can see, 78 different options for you to learn more about suppliers. We provide it all for you. And then we get to the compass. Now the compass, under this dropdown, we have specialty travel, which you are familiar with, and travel resources, which is going to be your portal to get to your TSA.gov and different kinds of websites and resources that will be able to really help you do your business. But the original articles is what I want to show you, because this is where our main page is for the compass. This is very exciting. The original articles that are here are organized into 4 categories, and all of this content is curated from our VAX experts, as well as collections of articles from around the industry, leaders of across the industry, and it's just, the thing that's very exciting about it is that the traction that we are getting on this content is exceeding any of the goals that we would have had to open this up into just during the launch. So I definitely invite you to check it out and see what it is that everybody is checking out and what you can learn here. So the compass, very exciting, our biggest new enhancement. Now on to touching on those booking engine enhancements and our award booking engine. VAX is what it is because of you, the travel agent. It always has been, as I stated earlier in my intro, and it always will be what it is because of your feedback. You have a voice in where we go, and we've been and continue to be award-winning technology, and we have you to thank for that. We're not looking to pat ourselves on the back. We are thanking you because your feedback drives us. Our booking engine redesign began with a deep, thorough usability study with many agents across the industry, including a diverse group with regards to experience, age, and business type. We planned and executed the changes, brought the changes back to the same team to allow their input to follow all the way through the project so that they were happy with it, so that you would be happy with it. So let's look at some of these enhancements real quickly, I'm going to go through a booking, but it's really only to highlight and focus on the enhancements that we've added. I will touch base on a couple of other things and maybe show you one tool that I absolutely love and just can't get agents to engage enough with. So here we are on our new reservation page. What we heard was that agents wanted it to be cleaner. They don't like to scroll. So these are things that we have heard from you and are trying to fix. So because you don't like to scroll through pages and as few clicks as possible, we have made expandable and collapsible icons. We haven't taken anything away. We may have shifted a few things to be in a more optimal place. So let's just take a quick peek. I'm going to travel from Milwaukee to, well, we were talking about Jamaica. Let's go to Jamaica, throw some dates in. And 4 nights. Okay, here we go. So that's really all it takes to start a booking. As we look through, I just want to remind you that with flights, you always have the ability to shop by price or shop by schedule, and choosing either of those will be a valuable resource for you, depending on the reason and why you're searching the way you are. With hotels, we have not taken away, you still have the ability to shop by, offset your hotel date. So, you know, with many reasons for that, a pre or post cruise, or your clients want to stay with family for part of the vacation, but not the whole vacation. So all of these different things, the offsetting is a great tool for you. Flexibility at its best. And rental car really offers the same kind of flexibility in the offsetting of the dates. Depending on the destination and the car company that you're using, you may be able to pick up in one destination, drop off in another. Just again, flexibility is what we want for you to be able to get done what you need to get done. So let's do our search and jump into the hotel filters. Now, all of our filters are conveniently and consistently going to be housed on the left-hand column of the page, which as we go through, you will see makes it very easy to see how the site responds with those different filters filled out. And there we go. So I have 80 hotel options for this Jamaica trip. That is a lot to sift through if we're not sure what we're looking for. So this is why we qualify with our clients, right? And all of these tools give you the ability to qualify very easily. One of the things my client maybe mentioned was that they really like the new Hyatt properties, whether it be Hyatt, Zilara, Ziva. Let's just take a quick search here. If I type in Hyatt, look at how quickly and easily I went from 80 down to 4 in less than 5 seconds, just by typing that in. So that is very responsive, very exciting. Now, if I want to bring them all back, I can do that by just clearing out the search, and everything comes right back for me. Also, you do have the ability to view properties on a map. Now, maybe once, if I pull it up now and see all 80 properties, that's a lot. But if you narrow it down a little bit, you know, you have the ability to see where the properties are in relationship to each other, as well as in the destination, how that looks. And as you can see, we've got a lot here, and it's going to be a lot of little dots. But it's just, you know, you can scroll in, you can go into a little area and just really see relative to where they are from each other. So that's a great way to do that. In addition, we have added the sliding package price. So if your customer says to you, we are totally maxed out at $8,000, you can slide it down to that amount, and that will filter out all the properties that don't fall in that category. Now, that wasn't very many, considering we only have 2 people going. We probably wouldn't get that high anyway, but this is just one of those great features that makes it really easy to, again, filter through these properties. The ratings that we've had are right here and available for you. The hotel amenities, these are not new, but what they are is conveniently available to you. You don't have to click anything to get to them, which is what you used to have to do. Excuse me. So we just want to make it as accessible to you as possible. Shopping by experience is something that you in the past have had on the new reservation page, but now it's again right here so that you can see how things are quickly changed based on choosing some different experiences. And hovering over the experiences tells you exactly what it is that you're looking for, but it really helps again to qualify the properties that you are offering to your customers based on what they're asking for. One of the other exciting things that we heard from our usability agents was the simple fact that if your clients are traveling for a particular reason, for a point of interest, often wouldn't it be easy for you to be able to find those properties just based on checking what those points of interest are? So in this particular case, that is something that you can do now. And it depends how close your customers really want to be to those properties, because you can slide this as well. So if they're looking at being at a particular point of interest, but they don't mind being 10 miles away, or they don't mind a little bit of a drive, because then they get to see some of the country of the destination that they're at. Driving along the beach of the ocean isn't a bad thing sometimes. So it just depends on what they're interested in, but it really helps you to find those properties and fit that into their plans and their experience. Very easy to clear the filters by clicking the button. But another thing I just want to point out is that the additional search items, which again are not new, but they are open and they are accessible to you, very conveniently accessible. So you can offset your hotel dates at this point. Maybe you didn't realize you needed to offset your hotel dates at the beginning of the reservation, but now you can without having to go back and start all over again. We really want to provide you the tools that you have to be able to navigate through and find success very quickly and easily. As we look at the hotel profiles, again, they're not new, but they are updated, just like the properties sometimes need updates, right? So our hotel profiles have gotten an update too. They're cleaner, they're more updated and looking fresher than ever, giving you a lot of the same information, but laid out in a much more accessible way as well. You can hover over the stars to find out what they stand for. You can see that there are Tripadvisor reviews that are here. And actually, let me click on one more here, because if there are promotions that that particular property has, those are appearing much more easily as well and accessible, so you can see them right away, right underneath the images. And those images are bigger, clearer than they were before. It's really a nice tool to be able to share with your customers so that you don't have to send them to the website to get more information, because often when you send them to the website, it's hard to keep them with you, and it can cost you commission and sales. So we want to give you the tools you need. Now, this is one of the things I want to share with you, because this is a secret that I've not ever intended to be a secret, and we as a company have never intended it for it to be a secret, but for whatever reason, agents are not as familiar with it. So I do want to share this. This is not new, but there is a sales email that you can create through your booking, and you can include up to 6 of these properties and or room categories to share with your customer in one email. Not only 6 hotels and or room categories, but up to 3 cars and also up to 6 features and excursions. I'm just going to throw this little tidbit in here as we go as well. If I click that, notice these little boxes appear, and I can go ahead and choose this to share this profile. Now, if I open up a little plus sign, this will show me all of the different room categories that are available. And if I'd like to show a different room category for that particular property, I can select 2. And I'm just going to choose a couple more properties to show, and no particular rhyme or reason as to what I'm choosing. But I am going to go ahead and select this property for my cart, but this will include all 4 of those properties and room categories that I showed when we look at the email. Now let's look at flights, because again, with those new searches that we had with the hotel, we also have this with flights. And this is one of the things that the agents have been raving about, because we all know that your customers do a little bit of research sometimes before they come to you. Not all of them, of course, but every now and then some of them come to you and they know exactly what they want. They just want you to take care of it for them. If they've come to you and they say, you know what, Flight 272 gets us in just about the time that we want. Let's see if we can find out if that can work for us. And you type in a flight number and boom, everything else is gone and cleared. We went from, I guess I didn't look, but here we have Flight 272. And if I clean that back out, down from 58 to 3, and the 3 really is the same flight. It's just the different categories that it could be booked in. Want to get away anytime. So you can do that, and it's a great way to just power through that booking. And if they've given you the information and done that research, then why not use it, correct? Also, we have the slidable price package again, just like we did with hotels. You have the ability to search by your time frame, your stops, but this is another tool that the agents were really asking for, and so we're excited to give it to you, that you have the ability to compare some airlines, not just one, but a few of them. And if your clients call and they say, well, you know, I got Sky Miles, I've got Rapid Rewards, and I've got Mileage Plus, so either of those airlines would be really just fine, you can go ahead, select those to find out what's going to be the best. Again, from 53 down to 18. It's a little bit easier that way, right? So it really kind of helps to find the best fit. And again, we can clear all the filters. And additionally, those search items that maybe you're saying, gosh, you know, I do want to like fly out of Milwaukee since that's my hometown, but maybe these flight options aren't the best. If I'm looking at Delta or United, maybe I should fly out of O'Hare instead and just take the train or take a bus down. Or if I'm looking at Southwest, maybe I should look at Midway. But I can change that right here without having to go all the way back to the beginning and start all over again. So again, just making it as flexible as we possibly can for you. I'm going to go ahead and select my top Southwest flight with Flight 272, which gets me into Jamaica nice and early that day. And then we'll look at the return flights. And again, if I'm thinking I want to make the most out of the day and take the latest flight possible, I'll choose night, and then I see, okay, I don't have to leave until 3 p.m. That's great. So we select that. Now we're going into our features. And with our features, we have added some terrific enhancements here as well. You, again, have the ability to do a search. Now, maybe you don't know all of the names of the features or the excursions, but you just know my kids have been talking about swimming with the dolphins, and this is what I really want to do. I type in dolphin as a keyword, and boom, out of all of those features, those 3 come right up for me. Within this, now I can look, and guess what? We updated these profiles too, so I just want to show you how nice they look, how clean they are, how easy it would be for your customer to look at this and figure out what the highlights are, what the policy information, anything that they might need to know. So this, again, can be shared with your customers. Again, we're talking dolphins. Maybe if we're sending this sales email, we want to include a couple so they can do a comparison. We'll just choose 2 of these. Now from here, if there's more that I want to choose and more that I want to look at, I'll just clear that out. Now I can navigate through by area attractions, water activities. It's just a really great and easy way to get through the all of the features. It makes it so easy. I'm just going to throw some travel protection on there too, because that never hurts. So this email that I'm talking about, this sales email, let's just take a quick preview of it. I can preview it by going up to my pricing panel, and where it said create now says preview. I'm going to click that, and I'm going to show you how great this is going to look. This is marketing done for you. I talk to so many agents that say that I copy and paste a link from a website into an email, and literally they have come up and told me that I've changed their lives by sharing this little tidbit of how to send an email. So I just have to take every opportunity to do that. As we pull this up, it's in edit mode. I can edit my introduction. I can edit my closing. You can see that I have my lists here, my links. I can show prices or not show prices. That's up to you, how you want to send it out. But as we preview it, this is how it's going to look. And if you wanted to add your own agency logo, you can do that through Vax. You can find information on the education tab for that. But look at how professional this looks. This link, if I click on it, will take me right to that hotel profile. So this is a great way to be able to share some ideas and help your customers start dreaming about what that vacation experience really could be. And you can send it at so many different times throughout the process, because you can send it with just features once you've got your deposit down, all sorts of different great things. So just wanted to make sure and touch on that. That's not new, but it's just so fantastic that it's hard to not touch on that. Now, the only other new change that you want to make sure you know about is our set your own commission. So commission has not changed. It's still here for you, but the name of it has changed. And that is based on agent feedback that I've been getting since my first day on the job at Vax. Every time I go out, I hear people come up and say, can we please change the name commission? Can we please change the name commission? So when we did this booking engine update, we said, absolutely, we're going to change this. But what do we change it to? I'd gotten several ideas from different people, so we pulled those together, and then we put some other ideas on a poll on that home page, and those that filled out that poll, your voice was heard. This is the overwhelming, resounding favorite, booking administration. So it is what it is. It's not any less than what it used to be, except that it's just a little more subtle with what it does. So you can still use that. Now, there is one other little tidbit that I want to share as well. You have the ability and had the ability to have up to 10 different recent searches on the side here with different itineraries. This is where you really can do your comparison shopping between maybe destinations, maybe suppliers. But if you want to do a comparison, and for example, let's look at the fact that I'm currently using FunJet Vacations, but I'm flying Southwest. What would happen for my price as the client, or the client's price, or what would happen with commission if I changed this to Southwest Vacations? So by simply switching to a different supplier, but check it out, nothing's changing here as we wait for this to appear. None of the components went away. We made them stick for you guys because, again, you've asked for it and we wanted to make you happy. So that has been updated, and that is very exciting too. I can imagine that you are all woohooing in your homes and in your offices, so that's great. Now, if I go ahead and search, I would have a second itinerary over here to do that comparison with. So you have the ability to do that kind of comparing. And again, we work so hard to make sure that the things that you're asking for, we're able to accomplish. So there you have it, our latest updates and enhancements, providing everything you need to earn, learn, and grow, all included with one login. Welcome to the new Vax, the travel marketplace reimagined, redesigned exclusively for you. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'm ready for questions.
Thank you so much, Beth. That is really exciting changes to Vax and so useful. We do have many questions. We'll get to as many of these as we can. But before we
Okay.
do, let me ask you if our oh, there we go. Okay, so agents, if we don't get to your question, or if you think of something after the webinar is over, here is contact information for Beth, for training, feedback. So jot down these email addresses, and you can direct your questions, should you have any, after the webinar is over. So let's get to some of these questions. When doing air via VAX, can you also assign seats?
It's depending on the airline that you're using, yes. If you are, let me go back here. If you are using an airline that allows you to assign seating at the time of booking, then that is a possibility on the checkout page. Okay. Under itinerary tools, absolutely.
Okay, excellent. And then if that's not allowed, can agents just call the airline once these flights are booked?
Again, depending on the airline, if it's Southwest, you're not going to be able to, because they don't
assign them. Right.
Yeah, I would believe so. The airlines would be able to help them. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is there a way to focus in on various promotions or discount codes, search via promotions or discount codes?
There's multiple ways to search for promotions. Under the offers and incentives, under promotions, you can do it that way. If you know a promotion that you're looking for, or you want, if we go back, when you're in the booking engine, notice our site search is gone because it's really only for content. So if you're outside of that, you can use your site search for that, or we could go to promotions. Now, if you're looking for promotions for a specific supplier, you can go straight to that supplier showcase to be able to search that way. There's multiple ways to do it. For example, FunJet Vacations, I know, has a promotion codes place on their site. So if you go to the FunJet or the Southwest, or some of those supplier showcases would have all that kind of information focused separately. So if they're looking for something individually, otherwise, if you're looking for all of it, this promotion page will give you all of the promotions that are listed on VAX currently.
Okay, excellent. I think the question that was asked the most often during this webinar is there a way to search across suppliers instead of one supplier at a time?
There is not, but that's why I touched on that comparison shopping at the end, because that is really the best way to be able to do any kind of comparisons across suppliers. Because there are so many components within each package, it really does make it difficult to have anything that goes across suppliers that way. In addition to the fact that suppliers may not be so excited about being on VAX if they knew that they were being shopped across that way as well. And that's one of the things we have to do, is keep our suppliers happy as well. But that's just one of those very difficult technology options with the packages that we have. So that's why I like to show that search option, so that you can, get through that pretty quickly and have those two side by side to compare.
Right, and it's great that the search options don't change as you change suppliers, so it does not take a lot of time to search across suppliers individually. Yep. Is one of the search options something like villas in the Caribbean?
Possibly, if there's villas that we have. I can't tell you that I know all of the content on our site. And I will also let you know that this search option is growing with its capabilities. It's brand new. So, with artificial intelligence, you have to, there we go, there's some villas. But that would be certainly a way to do that.
Okay, yeah, we see them there. Excellent. Can our agents use Compass articles to send to their clients?
Yes, they absolutely can. All you would need to do that is, at this point, we are going to have it so that if I pulled up a fabulous article. Hopefully this fabulous article will show. Well, the great internet at my hotel here is not cooperating.
We understand
but
completely.
if you pull it up and you can send it currently by copying the link, the URL link, but we will be adding a shareable link so that you can share in other ways as well.
Okay, excellent. Is it possible to make a booking where two people who are sharing a room are flying in from different cities?
It is possible to make that booking, but it's not possible to do it all on your own. You would start the booking yourself with one of the destinations and the passenger flying from one place and grabbing that hotel. And then when you call into your supplier customer care for help, they would be able to add that other origin in there and then connect them in the same hotel.
Okay.
But that's not currently something that we can do, that you can do completely on your own. You would start it on your own and then you'd have to get some assistance.
Okay, great. This is a two-part question about the excursions that are offered. Is there a way to send the whole list of excursions to a client rather than just 2 or 3? And is there a way to go back into the booking sometime down the road after you've made the booking to then choose and book excursions?
So yes and no, or no and yes. You cannot send the entire list of excursions to your customers. You can send them 6 at a time in the sales email. And I will tell you that the reason we have that number was, again, based on agent feedback and usability, agents feeling like sending an entire list is a lot and overwhelming for your clients. So we recommend using your experience based on what you've done and what you've experienced and what your client is telling you they're hoping for their experience to be, to choose the best option. But there is not currently a way to be able to send the entire list. Once you've made the booking and you've taken a deposit, up until you've completed the final payment, you are able to add excursions in there or features in there however you'd like to add them. So it is, you just pull it up and you just go ahead and sell them and add them in. So that's not a problem at all.
Okay, excellent. Travel insurance, does that come from one travel insurance supplier or different travel insurance companies?
So currently, travel insurance is available on VAX only through a supplier. So FunJet has theirs, United Vacations has theirs, Universal Parks and Resorts has theirs. So, you know, different suppliers will offer some different insurances. That is currently what we have as an option.
And is insurance and excursions, are those components commissionable?
They usually are. I don't know that much about that because that's more product question, but they usually are commissionable, and that is the one thing I do add, just not knowing much about it, except that do it for yourself because you will get the commission rather than nobody getting the commission or the supplier getting the commission when they add the excursions when they're there. So for sure.
Okay. We have a couple of more questions about the articles in the Compass. Can they be posted to social media and to our agents' websites? Or the link to them?
Yes.
Okay.
They can. Same way by sharing that copying that URL. But yes, you can post that on Facebook. You can post, just like you can post promotions and stuff on Facebook.
Is there an option to price these in Canadian dollars?
No. No, because all points of sale with how VAX is set up, and again, that's kind of beyond my knowledge, but all points of sale have to be from the US, so it's US dollars only.
And what about groups? Can VAX book groups?
VAX can book groups if it's a supplier that sells groups. So currently, I believe Fun Jet Vacations and United Vacations have group options. That is all that I'm overly familiar with, but within their capabilities, you can book them on VAX. But you would need to start with that supplier to get the group set up.
Okay. Couple of questions about who can book on VAX. One agent wants to know if you have to have an ARC number, an ARC number, and can you book on VAX if you are independent, not belonging to a host agency?
Absolutely, you can. You only need to be a travel agent. You do not have to have an ARC or an IATA, or you can sign up, and I will. If I log out, if you go to, when you're logging in, there's a link that says registration, and if you're part of a host, you definitely should not log in or register yourself. You should go to your host to get your login. But if you are independent, you can log in with simply a phone number and fill everything out, and you are good to go. And it's free.
Excellent. That's good news. Do you know,
Mm-hmm.
Beth, at booking time, can you prepay for luggage for those airlines that charge for luggage?
I can't honestly say that I know that answer. I'm sorry, but I can investigate it and get back to you.
Yeah, if the agent who asked that question wants to get in touch with VAX, they'll point you in the right direction and answer that question for you. Will VAX be adding more cruise lines?
I will say that is an interest that we have. That is really probably as safe as I can go right now. I don't want to make any promises, but I know that it's a dream.
Okay.
It's a goal. It's a goal.
We need to keep on dreaming, right?
Yep.
Never lose hope. Okay, and let's take one more question, and that is, can the VAX booking engine be added to an agent's website for clients to book their own travel? And if so, does the agent still get commission from it?
It is not. It is designed for travel agents only, but it is not designed to be. It's B2B only, so not to the client.
Okay, great. And we had a request for you to put up the email addresses again, where agents can contact you.
And let me just add with these. I welcome you to contact me. One of the things that I do tell you though is I am the BDM for VAX VacationAccess. People often ask me what my territory is, and I said it's the country. So I am traveling a lot. So I do my very best to stay in touch with emails as I'm traveling. But if you want a training answer, like how to do something, if you can't find the resources in the education page, then I highly recommend the training at VaxVacationAccess.com, because they manage that email in the office, and you usually get your answer within the business day. And then of course the feedback, I think, is hopefully self-explanatory. That is where we really want your feedback. We want to find out what you love. We want to find out what frustrates you. We want to find out how you could see improvement. So that is how we continue to grow. But all three of these are valuable, and I hope that you'll use them all.
Excellent, and thank you for posting them. We did have quite a few questions, and I know our agents will be thinking of more questions to ask. But for now, that's about all we have time for. Our wonderful speaker today has been Beth Kitzman, Business Development Manager for Tricep Solutions Agency Channel for VAX VacationAccess and Accelerator. Beth, this has been really fantastic. These enhancements are wonderful, and I know everybody's going to go out and give it a try as soon as this webinar is over. So thank you so much for doing this for us.
Thank you so much for the opportunity, and thank you so much to everybody that took your time out of your day. I am so appreciative. Thank you, thank you.
And I'll add my thanks to our agents for taking time out of your day to be here with us. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.